Welcome. My name is Sammy, and I'm ready to play my next leg in my journey through the great game that is Dark Souls. So, it's been about a week since I last played, and I think the reasons for that are obvious. Just that this past week has been, major holiday time, Christmas time, Christmas festivities with the family, so of course I had basically no time to, no opportunities to do any streams. I think I would have, if there was a chance for me to play Dark Souls, I would have. But yeah, makes sense that there wouldn't be. Alright, so last stream, if I recall correctly, last part, I just beat the, what was he called? I beat that, the demon, whatever. Hang on a second, this thing is telling me that the stream is not working. Okay, yeah, now it's showing up as live. It just took a while. But, yeah, I just wanted... I'm stalling for time because I want to check out the... I want to check out the stream quality before I actually move on, and... It's just it is taking its sweet time showing up here. Of course, if it wasn't going on, if it wasn't recording properly, like, and if I just, like, left and continued, doing stuff, then, a lot of the progress, or at least a bit of the progress there, would have been lost. So that's why I'm trying to just stay in this position here. But I guess if the progress is lost, I can just head back, same position, same bonfire. Alright, it's finally up. I can make sure it's working. Yeah, okay. I'm just kind of paranoid about these things, so yeah, forgive me about that. I think now I can just go ahead and continue on. So, right now in the game, I am still in the fairly beginning portion of it, and I am... Oh, I actually die. Beat the boss, and I'm going to head... I'm still trying to head to a bell tower. Of course, there were a few times a character had said... A couple characters have told me in this game earlier on that about the legend of the cursed undead that would that would toll the two bells and work on I'm not entirely sure if this is exactly the curse or exactly the nature of the prophecy, because I'm just working off what I remember. That's okay. A lot of this game, the lore, encourages interpretation. So how there is a curse of the undead that is plaguing the world, and that there is like a prophecy about one undead warrior who will possibly find a cure for the curse. And a leg in that journey involves ringing the two bells. So that's essentially the first task that the game puts on you. I don't know if you can see it from here. Probably not. Might be in the. I think it's in the other direction. But there should actually be a visible bell tower sometimes that makes sense that they would go there. So right now,
there you are.
I just beat the
Still
boss.
keeping your
I just beat
marbles
the
altogether?
large
Go
demon
ahead,
boss,
don't be
and
a
so I
nitpick.
have some souls. I'm
Never
gonna check
hurts
this
to
merchant,
splurge when your days are numbered.
see if he has any better items and weapons for me to purchase. No, not yet. What I'm really looking for, like, I think the best early weapon that you can get, and possibly weapon that you can continue using throughout the game, is, of course, the Uchi Katana. And, I don't think this guy actually has one of those. It is a kind of katana, really quick sword that also does additional bleed damage. I think the next merchant later on will have that. Until I find that, I think I'll just stick with the axe that I have. Maybe arrows will come in handy later. Let's see, anything else I want? Fire bombs, pear powder. Yeah, maybe I'll just
Throw me a bone, will you?
I'll put my souls towards leveling up my character instead. So the way I wanted to go was not actually this way. It was up the shortcut that I unlocked last stream. But I just wanted to check the merchant. I don't know if I explained this properly in previous parts, but the reason why my character looks like this is because she is actually one of the undead, and she has the curse of the undead, and the undead have these have like a sign on them called the dark sign, I think it's called. And with that, it means that anyone who has the curse of the undead basically can't die. This is why it's kind of it's a really clever diegetic way of explaining why that whenever we get struck down, we revive at the last bonfire we rested at. And these bonfires, I think, you can interpret them as like anchor points, powerful magical anchor points for the world. Each one has its own fire keeper that maintains it, and you can actually strengthen the magic in it by kindling it with humanity. Bonfires and fire in general has a lot to do with the core of the lore of Dark Souls. But of course, in this very early stage of the game, we're not really supposed to know too much about that. So if I'm gonna do more of like a two-handed, I'm gonna stick with a two-handed build, and I think I'm going to, because of that, I'm going to focus on dodging quickly. So I won't be more of a heavy build. So I think the Uchi Katana is something I'm going to stick with throughout most of the game, because it is really fast. If that's the case, I actually need. I think that's a dexterity weapon, if I'm not mistaken. But both strength and dexterity are important for majority of weapons, so it's not like wrong to upgrade dexterity. How many levels can I actually put in? Oh, just 2? 3. Maybe I'll actually get this up to 15, or 1 level. Health is always important, because especially in the beginning when you have lighter armor, you can get really easily just one-shot by bosses, and if you ever get invaded, as far as I know, a lot of the builds for invasion will be focused on trying to hit you in one shot, so better to increase the health there. Alright, so goal is to ring the first bell. Of course, I think my first time through the game, and probably the first time throughout many people's playthroughs, no one's really expected to know what they're doing at all. The game does tell you, the opening cutscene kind of explains it, and a few characters explain it, but really it takes multiple times of hearing this to really get in it what you are doing, and it's like you slowly learn your way as to what you're doing. But that's okay because of the brilliant level design of this game. It funnels you in the right direction. Basically, no matter which direction you go, it ends up bringing you to the right place. So even if you don't get that, you need to ring a bell, and the guy tells you that there's one bell above, and you should be heading upwards. There's really only a few directions to go, at least in the beginning. So eventually, even if you just wander around aimlessly, you're going to head up going upwards. So right now, I actually have I can go a couple ways. One way is guarded by this dragon here, as you can see. But yeah, he's going to use the fire. And if you look closely, you can see in the distance there another bonfire. Now, if you can actually get past this dragon, then you're essentially rewarded with the bonfire. Now, I think a lot of new players will try to actually fight the dragon, but of course, best option is probably just running past him. Heading over here, away from the fire. Alright. And then yeah, he flies away. I could attempt, fighting the dragon, but I just don't think I'm going to do enough damage. Maybe I should actually demonstrate that. What? Yeah, the dragon, you can still see it flying way over there. The dragon already flew away, and I think the only way to bring him back is to rest at a bonfire again. A different bonfire, not this one. I'd have to go back to the other bonfire, and then he'd come back. Maybe I should do that. Can collect these souls here. I wonder if I should use the claymore. Okay, light. So, because I did that, I am rewarded with this nice bonfire and a shortcut here. But alternatively, you could go below the bridge, underneath the dragon, and then come up from... It'll be on the other side of this. So while I'm here, I will... Let me check that claymore. So, as you can see, there's two stats. Most weapons have two stats, and first one there, under param bonus, is it marks the scaling of how the weapons scale toward along with your character stats. So, first one there with the strong arm is strength. The next one is dexterity. So the higher the letter from like grades A to F, the higher the letter A would be the best scaling. So you'd want to put points into that stat to get the most out of your weapon. This one scales equally with strength and dexterity. Well, this one scales mostly strength and some dexterity. So the claymore is better, but also, let me see. What is... The claymore also weighs more, so that affects your weight as far as insufficient strength. So there's also, if you noticed there, there's a minimum stat requirement for wielding the weapon. On the right side of that, required parameters. The first one, strength 16. I don't have enough. I think I just need one more point, and then I can use the claymore. Maybe I should actually use that for now, the claymore. I can level up really quickly by just popping one of these souls here. I probably have enough souls right now because I just collected it from those enemies. So let me just upgrade this so I can use this claymore properly. Yeah, if you don't do that, then you're really slow with the weapon. As you can see, it's just not effective. So just need the minimum requirement here. Wield it. Now my swing should be a lot faster. There we go. It's still one-handed. This is two-handed. So since I am doing a two-handed run with no shield, try that. Practice on these guys. I also forgot to check to see if my weight affects my roll here. Maybe I should do that now. Alright, so equipment load. Looks like I am under 50% for now. I think my goal will be to get my equipment load high enough to be under, I think, 25% to get a pretty fast roll. But right now, 50% will be fine. So yeah, around 55. Let's see, that should be around 27. So I am definitely under equip load, even with this heavier sword. And I get this is like a medium speed roll. So while I'm here, I already opened the shortcut there, but I'll also go the other way to demonstrate the non-dragon path. This is what I did the first time. I don't know, when I play video games, like, most of them train me to fight the enemy and I guess if you can't fight them, then like games have trained me to think that if you're just not strong enough to fight the enemy, then there's probably a different way to go, and that fighting the enemy is not right at this time. So actually, this is the way I would go first time, under the bridge, right here. Combo. I actually did not figure that another possibility would be to just, you know, run past the dragon. I wasn't really... No, it's because games have trained me to either fight or go a different direction. Like, I didn't even think that I could just run past to that shortcut there. See if kick him off. Everything to do to that enemy there. So naturally, I think a lot of new players, myself included, would just go this shortcut and think that this is like the only way, and that's not wrong. Ooh, wait a second. I missed my my hit there, so I think I'm just going to have him come over here. A lot of things people can miss too is these rats. You can see a meter shows up. See, now I'm poisoned, and when that poison meter fills up, you get fully poisoned and you start taking damage. It shouldn't be too bad because I already unlocked that rat gets a lot of people. I think I'm actually already poisoned, so it's not a big deal. So this is the way you would go, up this ladder, and then let's see, there will be a be on the other side of this, but if you just went the shortcut, this gate will be down and you won't actually have access to the bonfire. And you'd have to use the other bonfire there as your main one, but yeah. Anyone who actually fights the dragon. Well, maybe I should actually go ahead and I do want to try and fight the dragon, see how much damage I can actually do to it. So I think if I just go to this bonfire here, it'll reset. I might be wrong with that. The dragon should come back. So maybe I have to actually go farther away. Yeah, it's been a long. I know a lot of things about Dark Souls, but a lot of the little details like this. It's been a while since I played, so can't remember exactly. Alright, is he gonna show up? If the dragon shows up, then you definitely don't want to be in this middle area here. I'll be off to the side at least. I don't know if that resting at that bonfire is enough to actually bring the dragon back. Might actually have to go all the way back to Firelink before it like resets. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back. Maybe I'm wrong. Could be wrong about that, but does not look like he's coming back. Yeah, okay. I'll demonstrate the Drake fight later. That's another thing. It's technically not a dragon. It's like it's a drake, kind of a descendant of a dragon, I guess, or a dragon offshoot. There are very few pure dragons left in the world because, well, there are like lore reasons for that. That'll be explained later. Alright, so as you can see, there's like a little mini boss here if you try to fight it. Right now, there's a lot of enemies, be overwhelmed, so best option I think is to... There's one enemy coming this way, so you can actually pick it off. Pick them off one by one. And if you pay attention to your surroundings, you can actually see that there are stairs to the right, so you can probably just run that way. Lord does come running here, but protected by the stairs by these other guys. Okay, yeah, those archers are going to be annoying. Another thing you learn quickly is that you can't hide behind another enemy to block arrows. You're gonna have to take that hit. I can deal with them later. So yeah, before I attempt the big boar there, kill these guys. kind of just slid off there. Slid right off. Yeah, that's okay. Did not expect to just like... You saw what happened. I just like kind of enemies can like push you slightly, even without like an animation to show you that. Like you don't really clip into them too often, and even when you do, they can like slightly move you. So that's what happened there. I was like close to him, and he just slightly nudged me, so that I actually just slid off of the thing. Be careful about that. But because I did the shortcut, it's really not a big deal. The bonfire is right here. If you didn't do the shortcut, then it's a much bigger deal. You have to go underneath the bridge again, fight the rats. Again, always be patient in this game. It's best thing to do, especially since I had a high humanity number. So I'm really wants to get that get my souls back there, get my these guys are being really annoying. One down. Problem there was I knew that the other guy was coming too, so I'd have to face two of them plus the archers. Not a good idea. Alright, one at a time is best. There. If I just hit him quickly, then he can't push me off. Alright, so actually have 5 humanity now. So I think what happens, if I'm right, I heard that anytime anyone kindles a bonfire in the area that you're in, you get 1 additional humanity number in the corner there, and that affects like mostly your defense. But you can also use it as basically a free humanity to kindle the bonfire if you want. But I don't think I really need to kindle right now. Now, one of the things you can do with this boss, if you're having trouble, you can very easily, let's see, you can very easily throw bombs at him. Maybe whittle him down. There's a little wall there that's causing me grief. So, you need to be able to lock onto him. Well, also be close enough to throw the bomb. Yeah, see, you can do really cheap damage if you want. I don't really see any other point to these bombs, so might as well use them. Whittle them down and maybe fight him. The wall got in the way again. Man, this is like really finicky. I mean, the cheesiness, you can only cheese it so far. It's not going to make it easy for you. So if you can cheese, then yeah, go ahead. But if it also hits the wall, it's not going to be... game is not going to do you any favors. Alright, so I got it down halfway. Let's see, usually I would, hide behind the shield to fight him. I think there is a way to to fight him up front. dodge his attacks and all that. I think what we really have to watch out for is the initial charge. Then it's about just not getting hit by those. Of course, he has really good range. But as long, yeah, I got behind him. That's like the best position to be in here. Do good enough damage to him there. Now, the boar is one of those enemies that don't respawn, so I can actually safely head back to the bonfire, essentially get my Estus and possibly just level up too. I haven't done endurance for a while, so maybe I'll do that. One point is fine. So these enemies respawn because they're also undead, just like you. Of course, when you activate a bonfire, it's like, because it's sort of an anchor point for the world, all the enemies eventually revive. It's hard to explain because I don't know the lore all that well. Maybe someone more versed in the lore can explain why when someone activates a bonfire, all the enemies respawn, or all the people who are undead come back. And all these enemies here are essentially questing people like you who came to this land to essentially go along the same path of the undead and, deal with the curse. You can read it that way. The majority of these warriors are probably like that. In the curse of the undead, because you can never die and you always get revived when you die, that's essentially, kind of find this out later, or you figure this out later, but it's, you essentially grow weary, and that's called, I guess that's called going hollow, and that's not necessarily the same thing as being in the hollow form, which is what I am now, but going hollow means essentially like losing your mind. When you die and then revive so often that you lose your mind. So you essentially become like a mindless husk, like these guys. All these soldiers here got the curse, kept coming back to life, and then they went hollow. This guy dropped down. One of the archers. Is he one of the archers? No, it's just the enemy. Oh yeah, he is one of the archers, and that's the enemy up top here. We'll hide behind the shield. Maybe use a kick to stun them. Or you can also alternatively wait for them to attack, go around their back, and do a backstab. So right now, as you can see, there's actually one way to go down here, but if you go up the stairs here, there's another way to go as well. Wait, is that the case? Oh, yeah, I'm thinking about the wrong thing. Never mind. There's only one way to go, at least until you open this gate. Yeah, I was mistaken. There's no door here. So you do have to go down there. But, actually, before I do that, just remembered there is also There were also stairs up here. Um, back here, yeah, there. See, this is easy to miss. Like, even if you come up this ladder, you're basically focused on just going up here. Yeah, there's these stairs over here. And I can actually, go up here. Just be, always be cautious and patient, because you never know what's around the corner. Let me... 1 second. Yep, okay. Just checking up. Alright. So, I don't know if I know there's an enemy up here. You can see... Yep. So, as you can see, that's another knight. That's another black knight. Now, I had a lot of trouble with the first black knight I came across. I'm really quiet. I can probably get the backstab. Nope, too far away, I think. So actually... Oh, yeah, he has a much heavier sword. So I will... Better place to fight him is down here. I've already cleared out the enemies. So, ultimately I want him to follow me. He's gonna follow me? Yes, okay, there it goes. Not down there. Fight. Ooh, wait. Yeah. Oh, wow. And his range, yeah. Anyhow, I can... No problem, because I actually already opened the shortcut. Bonfire is right here. And I can just go up to fight him again. Retrieval! Fight this guy first, of course. I think the best place to fight him... I don't want to have to clear that place out again. I'll just try to get the backstab, and then fight him down here near the bonfire. Gonna have to remember I can probably stand a little closer. Way I don't miss that backstab. Ah, yep, missed it. Yeah, let's lead him down to a more spacious area. He comes. Come down, come down, come down. I can hear him. Like maybe... Yeah, okay, there he comes. So... I originally was going to fight him over there. He actually stopped. Because his weapon is heavy, and if you figure out how to, deal with the weapon, it'll leave a lot of openings for me to counterattack. I just have to get in the rhythm of fighting him. Just take a few times approaching and then observing. Again, even the Black Knights, they're tough and they can do a lot of damage to you, but even they, you can overcome them. It would really help if I could get this backstab. Perhaps I'm being a little too slow. Backstab puts me in a major advantage fighting him. Sometimes the game does throw you a bone. Like in this case, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for him to have his back there. Maybe he's just observing the courtyard, I suppose. Dang it. I actually broke his poise there. But I had no stamina to really take advantage. same plan. Bring him down to a more spacious area. That way I can actually... In that little area, he has a huge advantage because his sword has huge reach. So if I bring him to a more spacious area, then I can actually even the odds a bit. Yeah, okay, there we go. Backstab in the middle of the battle. Always good. Couldn't get the first backstab. Oh, too early, too early. Actually did not need to dodge there. Plus also this statue provides a handy exploitable, you know, opportunity to heal. There we go, another backstab. Make short work of him. If I be careful. Ah, I dodged a little too late there. Would have liked to. There we go. But yeah, I'm getting the hang of it. Getting the hang of fighting the Black Knight. Now that Black Knight, even though he has the better weapon, the more powerful weapon, I would say he's easier fighting than the first one that you encounter. Because by now you would have better stats and better weapon. At least if you're on top of things, you would. Alright, let me see. Next I want to, head that way. Now I dealt with the knight, but, I'll take this break to check on the stream, make sure check on the recording, and make sure everything's going, just in case things are going south. I don't want to lose too much progress. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, yeah, it looks still going strong. I mean, as far as I know, and I check on it. Looks good. That's great. And forgive me for being a little paranoid. I'm still new, and I don't really trust. I don't really trust my setup too much to keep it going strong. Maybe if I had better hardware, I would just, set it and forget it, and I wouldn't have to be worried all that much. So my goal for this stream, I want to, at the very least, make it past here. I didn't want to just get this bonfire. I wanted to do more than the bonfire, the boar, and the Black Knight. I want to continue on. Maybe get to the next bonfire after this one. What am I doing? I don't actually have to fight these. Well, since I aggroed them, I might as well fight him. In case he'll follow, just in case he follows me, I'll, down to where I actually want to go. So, yeah, I'll leave the archers there. They'll just stay there. No problem. Alright, so this is an obvious, like, kind of a trick. Your first instinct is obviously to follow that guy. I didn't know he actually got, aggroed here. And of course you'll get ambushed by these enemies here. And I got ambushed by that one on the left. This is another one of the things where it's, you know, teaching you a lesson about being cautious and don't just, you know, run into a room. You know, try, you know, what are the words? Just pay attention to when the game, or when the world throws an obvious trick, an obvious trap at you. So, you know, a single enemy running into a room, instinctively you want to go and fight him. And leads you to an ambush. There'll be many moments like that in the game, so hopefully you learn quickly not to fall for the easy tricks, the cheap tricks rather. These enemies aren't strong, but I guess they're fast and they have that dagger flurry there that can easily get stuck, taking multiple hits. Careful here, you can also get this item. It's a soul. You know, I'm not actually seeing too many messages. Like, I think it's because of the recent port to Steamworks. Maybe I should actually... There's a message I might want to put down. Maybe it is covered. Maybe it just didn't show up yet later. And one of the things you figure out: weakness fire. Okay, that's probably just for the boar. How about this message? Imminent monster. Use rate. Yeah, I'll give him a rating, but that's actually probably for the boar. Possibly both. Maybe put a message here. I forget. I don't think I ever used the message. Alright, that's not it. What am I doing? Okay, use item. Write message. I can't... Characters... Yeah, be wary of night. Or maybe night ahead would be best. That's probably a little bit more, more obvious if I put that down there. Wary of night. Of course, you are, in this game, it's one of the unique features of this game that very few other games have replicated, is that even though this is, basically largely a single-player experience, there are multiplayer elements to it. You can, even if you choose not to do the co-op or, you know, try to avoid getting invaded at all costs, you can still benefit from being online in this game by just looking at those messages written by other people. And you know, if you're in an area, you'll see those messages left by other people who are also playing this game. Oh, what does this one say? Good luck, yeah. Now I think if someone rates your message, I believe you get an extra Estus. I might be wrong there. How did you actually write that there? Illusory wall. A lot of these are just like trolls. Some of them will be troll messages, some of them will be serious messages. Like you'll see messages of shortcut ahead right next to a cliff. Like, oh, where's the shortcut? And then you just try to take a leap of faith, and then then you die. Yeah, a lot of the trolls here are really funny. Of course, this guy, just like the knight, is back to me. If I can get the backstab, that'd be great. No, I didn't, but still take some hits. I wonder what kind of knight is that on, dead knight on the ground. No, it's just another one of those same boulder knights, I think. Knight shield. Not too useful for me, but anyone who wants a really, I think that's a decent shield. There's a shield here. Good message to write whenever you see vistas like this is like, you can write down message. Let's see. I'll write down praise the sun. Is good. What other messages are here? What was the There's another one like nice view or something. Let me see where. Gorgeous view, right. That's probably also good, but I don't see any praise the suns here, so why not just put a praise the sun? I think it's because I think I was saying before, but then I got distracted. Because the game was recently ported over to Steamworks, and all of this message stuff and the matchmaking stuff, the summoning and being invaded, all that stuff was probably reset. I'm not sure if they carried over like a lot of the messages that have been written down. And I figure like a lot of people in my region or my area haven't gone back in the game and wrote new messages. Probably why I'm not seeing too many messages. And normally, like when the first time I played here, there'd be messages in many different places, including this one. An obvious message would be praise the sun. And if you leave messages like that on the ground while you're online, and then other people look at it, then it's possible that they might rate your message, and you can get, I think, a free Estus flask out of it. So, be wary of enemy. It's probably a good warning. I like to reward people for leaving helpful messages. I believe there is an enemy here, so I'll give it a rating and reward whoever left that. Yep, there he is. This was over here. Guy who hides behind shield. Oh, I missed the kick. Try parrying. Yeah, parrying is okay if you can, or if you have a shield. I think you can only parry if you have a shield. Yeah, if I do... Yeah, the parry button is the same thing as just a block in two-handed. It's the exact same thing. Be wary of anywhere. That's funny. Yeah, that's true. Now this looks like a very obvious, like, ambush point, and of course it is. Like, it is obvious. It is right. There's an enemy there. enemy there. So best thing, just it'll be really quick. Kill this guy off, and then hopefully you can get lucky and not get hit by this guy. Now you have to be careful with this guy because unlike the weaker enemies there, he's a lot faster, better armor. He can also parry you. They're really good at parrying. Of course, you don't really know that right now, but after dying a few times to them, you know they'll parry you. And cautious, be wary of right. Yep. So there'll be an enemy down here. Fight him. And of course, there's a lever. This is an easy, another easy thing to miss. Basement key item here. That actually stumped me for a while, I think, on my first playthrough. I forgot to pick up this item. Like, maybe I saw it at one point, and, got distracted by this enemy here and then left. Like, eventually you get to a point where if you don't have that key, you can't open the door to go to the next area, and you're like, well, why can't I open this door? Shouldn't I be able to open this door? It's like, oh, you just forgot to pick up that key. So of course, just like with the bonfire, this is another shortcut. And this is on the other side of that gate, and now you can just, you know, run straight to the bonfire without having to go through that underneath. Now, there's you know, a temptation to go this way. Okay, the enemy saw me, so I'm gonna have to fight him. I'm just rushing in. Ah, did hit him, but missed one chance at a good swing. I think it's because I've been upgrading diligently that I can take care of these guys swiftly. Possibly because I'm using the decent sword. But if you noticed, yeah, look at those enemies there. Probably not best to just go rushing in there. I'm gonna first check out, you know, the other areas I can go. Imminent right. Shortcut ahead. Yeah, that's a useful. I'll reward that one. Great. Plus. Okay, so if you're paying attention to the surroundings, you can see there's a bell tower right there, or what you probably think is a bell tower. So it's probably the right direction. You're probably heading in the right direction if you see this, and it's probably a good idea to try and get inside that building. We already saw the one entrance there, but there's another entrance over here. What are these? What does that message say? Try stabbing in the back. Come on, guys. There's another, obvious message that you can write here. This. What did I do last time? Gorgeous view or praise the sun? Let me just do praise the sun this time. Maybe that was the one I did already. Whatever. I even though they're really silly and they don't really do anything, I do still like the, the gorgeous view and praise the sun messages. It's a mutual appreciation for the world design and the graphics, which they look really good. Some of the places might look a little ugly, but a lot of the places still hold up today, I think. A lot of the sunny looking areas, really nice looking. So I can head into that building, but it's probably best to remember the enemies that await in there. You know, check out a different direction. Need humanity. Maybe I should write another really useful message here is objects on fire. On fire ahead. Well, kind of spoiled it for. Well, maybe you can't write it there. Okay, it put it over there instead. Well, that's actually hard to see. I'll erase this one. Maybe I'll put it down here. Oh, whoops. First playthrough, I didn't really bother with the messages. I didn't really figure out how to do it. Appreciated that people left them there, but you know, I never really took advantage. But you know, it's always a good idea to leave those messages, and the more you leave, the more chances someone will rate it, and maybe you can get a free Estus out of it. Free Estus fill. Yep. On fire. Okay, there. Now it's put it in the right spot. This is a decent spot to put it. Nice and visible. And looks like nobody has put any messages here, at least in my region. Or maybe there's sometimes you can go through an area and the messages just haven't loaded up yet, and then you can just if you like turn around, then they appear and they load up. And then you see like a ton of messages that just say the exact same thing that you might have put down. So yeah, I already knew about this one, of course. This is a really crucial bonfire in this game, especially later on. So one of the several great things about this game is sound design. Sound design, like, pay close attention, you can hear that banging, and it's like, oh, wonder what that is. Is that, you know, dangerous? Is that a friend? Maybe it's a amazing. Yep. Yeah, I love messages like that. You know, joke messages are the best. Really, I'll show you what they're referring to. So this is the blacksmith. Amazing chest ahead. Try being to a pulp. No, come on, guys. Come on. I'll reward this one. Right. More soapstone. Great. So.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require anything, then speak to me.
So he'll be one of the greatest helpful characters in this game, at least in the earlier portions, because you can learn a lot from him just by talking. You can learn gesture. He has a lot of items for sale, but also, most importantly, he can upgrade your equipment. So upgrading equipment will be essential for oh, hey, there's someone in chat. I don't know if maybe he's not there anymore. Yeah, sorry if you're watching the stream and you type hello in the chat, like forgive me for missing it, because I'm just not used to seeing people pop in and type. So I don't know, I'll get used to that eventually, I think. I don't have that reflex of checking, you know, to see if there's anything in the chat quite yet. Right now, I'm not really into, broadcasting in front of a huge audience. This is just basically for fun, just for me, maybe for any friends who want to watch. I don't know about random people coming in and watching the stream. It's fine if they do, but I'm a little scared, hesitant about
Most weapons and armor
entertaining for a lot of people.
indeed, but every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair. You can ask a blacksmith like myself, or do it on your own with a grindstone. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you, so pay them a little respect, eh?
Special number. Yeah, I think actually you can upgrade your items at a bonfire without the blacksmith, but the blacksmith is required for modifying. So you need eventually you get to a point where you can't upgrade yourself. You need to come to a blacksmith to ascend the weapon to an even higher level. I think the max you can upgrade yourself is like level 5 for the weapon. And then you need the blacksmith to bring it up to level 6, and then you can upgrade it yourself again for a while, and then, it'll become clearer later, as you play, but, hurrah, that's a good gesture.
There are two types of weapon forging. There's reinforcement and there's ascension. Reinforcement is simple. It strengthens the weapon and nothing more. A simple task for any blacksmith. Hell, you could even do it yourself with a smith box. But ascension's a finer art. It alters
Right.
a weapon's properties.
So-
Ascension is the territory of we blacksmiths. A smith box just won't do the trick. Start out with reinforcement. When that loses its charm, you can consider ascension. As you've noticed, this land is flush with the mad and wicked. You won't make it through the night without employing my services.
Right, so talking to him a second time essentially explains exactly what I just said, in that you can upgrade weapons yourself at a bonfire with a smith box. I don't know if you can buy it from him. Yeah, he does. Weapon smith box, armor smith box. So if I want to upgrade weapons at a bonfire myself, which is a really good idea, this is worth buying from him right away. But yeah, I only have 4,000 souls right now. I'll have to pretty much just wipe out all my souls. But yeah, they are worth buying, and I can hold off upgrading my swords until later. So Titanite shards are the basic shards you'll need to upgrade your weapons. In order to upgrade weapons, you'll need both souls and shards, and the type of shards required will depend on the weapon and the type of upgrading you'll need. But for now, in the beginning, basic reinforcement, the first few levels of the weapon, Titanite shards are your bread and butter. If you noticed, if you fight the Black Knights and you defeat them, you get Titanite shards. So well worth defeating them. Also well worth talking to this guy multiple times. Another lesson in making sure you talk to characters multiple times, so you learn the most amount of information. So if you talk to him a second time, you'll learn exactly.
You can forge armor just like you do weapons. Forging armor is even easier than forging weapons. Whether you forge weapons or armor first, well, that's up to you. But nobody wants to see you go hollow. So whatever you do, you'd better do it well.
A lot of crucial information is, I guess, I don't know, I just want to say hidden, for lack of a better word, hidden behind, making sure you talk to the characters multiple times. which is not something that a lot of games have trained you to do. It's not really a common thing in a lot of games, even RPGs. Like, normally, say in the Mass Effect, when you approach a character, it's really obvious. Like, if there are more things to talk to, more subjects to talk about with that character, it'll show you more options, and you'll continue until you've exhausted all the things. But usually, when you see a thing like this talk, and you talk to him, you think that you don't really know right away that talking to characters gives you different information multiple times, or when you do it multiple times. So I'd say that it's a minor weakness of this game, but once you figure it out, then it becomes really helpful. And there's, like, up front, it's hard to approach. I would say that that's like the basics of Dark Souls. Up front, Dark Souls is hard to approach, but if you just learn a few core things, then the game basically tells you everything you need to know. So a basic thing like talking to characters multiple times, if you figure that out, then what's his name, Andre? He tells you all the information you need to know about upgrading your weapon, which will be crucial.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want this.
Which will be crucial for evening the odds against some of the stronger enemies. So, okay, you can go this direction if you want. Of course, there is a big demon. I don't know if I'm actually strong enough to fight him. Earlier on, you can actually just, get the get the bow and cheese him this way with the bow. Maybe I'll actually attempt to fight him. Let me go to the bonfire first, refill my Estus, just to see how much damage I can actually do to him. I wanted to do that with the dragon, but he went away. Actually, if I go back, the dragon will probably come back this time. But I will try to see the extent of my damage against this mini boss here. Of course, one of the things you can do, the game doesn't really train you to do this. Again, if you figure it out, then really easy. You can just walk right by him. No big deal. And you can head to a new area, like where I am right now. But I don't think I want to go here just yet. So I'll just try and actually fight this guy. Okay. Yeah, look at how much damage I'm doing. Basically just, paper cuts. Probably do a jump attack. A large sweeping attack like that. He has great reach. He can probably kill me in one hit. I don't want to get greedy. Oh yeah, the tail. I have to be careful about the tail. Naturally. Oh, I broke his poise. Wow. I think the only reason I'm doing any sort of damage to him is because I'm doing two-handed. And naturally, when you do two-handed, you do slightly more damage. I don't know what his main, or how much his main weapon hurts me. The tail does a little bit of damage, but I'm worried that his main weapon there will. Yeah, okay, that's a good demonstration of how much. Does a side it doesn't one-shot me, which is good. It means I can probably fight him to the death here. Probably make it. As long as I, you know, continue rolling correctly. The fact that he won't one-shot me is good news. I can probably just whittle away his health. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that, but another clever thing about this game is because, you know, we're playing online, technically at all times, you can not only see the messages, but stuff like accomplishments of other players. So that bell there, that is, you're hearing like another player actually ring the bell, which is what we're trying to accomplish, at least in this earlier portion of the game. So whenever someone beats the boss in this area and then rings the bell like they're supposed to, other players in the area will also hear that bell. There's a nice little clever, another nice clever thing about the design about this, sorry, I'm saying it wrong. The design of, the online, or the connected online world here. You know what, I think I'm gonna fight this guy. I was doing pretty well. It takes multiple hits to bring me down. So even though I don't do a whole lot of damage to him, I think I have a really good shot at beating him. Retrieval! Oh yeah, I thought I dodged in time, but not quite. So, earlier players will be really intimidated by this demon's size and think that it's a really tough enemy. Probably won't even bother approaching it. I think the main thing you have to worry about with him is his jump attack, which can do a sizable amount of damage to you. Oh, I'm not in two-handed. I was wondering why I wasn't doing a whole lot of damage. But as long as you avoid this jump attack here... Oh. Yeah, I could probably do with another heal. I've actually fought this demon enough times where I know how to dodge his attacks and how to approach it very well. I was mainly worried about you know, getting one shot by him. If I can get one shot by him, then it's really not worth the effort to do it. But since I can take a hit or two without dying, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and fight him. This is not a good. I want him to move. A little too close quarters in there. Yeah, see? Get the timing right on the jump attack there. Oh, this little block. This little block. A little block right there. I dodged right, but because that little block caused me to not move, I took the full hit of his jump attack. Yeah, but the design of that room is very purposeful. Like that little block there, you know, it's put there on purpose. All that rubble. It's not just, you know, it's not just part of the aesthetic. It's also part of the difficulty of the game. Need to. Ooh. Still took a lot of damage. But because of this rubble around the room, getting hit even with a dodge, totally possible. Ah, see? Once again. Yeah, I was thinking about healing actually because I'm only like maybe 1 or 2 hits away from death. It's not actually that hard to get hit by him twice. Basically, patient. The block screwed me again. I don't like this area. I want to move back, like, over here. There are too many, like... like, this block will probably screw me if I... I ran out of stamina. I knew I needed that second dodge, but I was... out. This actually right here is probably the best place to do it because it's like the largest open space, open spot really. Ah, come on. Although that block right here can probably mess things up. Yep, already out of Estus. Mostly hit because even though I dodged right, the rubble can really mess with you. I need to find like the best open spot in this room to face him. I think I'm gonna keep, you know, keep fighting against him. Even though he is totally optional, especially in the earlier portions of the game. And I don't even have to go this direction yet. Yeah, I'll go ahead and fight him. I totally think I can make it. Retrieval! Broke his poise. Nice, nice. So I'll go around the piece of rubble there. Make sure not to be on the inside of it. I think the reason why I can break his poise is because I'm two-handing the weapon and doing a lot more damage at one or in a short amount of time. The amount of damage needed to break poise builds up. If I can do enough in a short amount of time, then that's how I can break his poise. I want him to move a little bit I'm worried about that block there. I'm kind of trying to bait the jump attack. He'll do it. No, he doesn't want to do it. He wants to do his range. If he can jump forward to like right here, that'd be amazing. That'd be the best. I want him to jump. Oh man, that was far enough. Now he does the jump attack, of course. Okay, that's better. I like this area a little bit more. I'm mostly just getting screwed by the by the rubble. That's why I want to fight him around here. I jumped back. Come on. Okay, so that's fine. This is actually pretty good. I don't usually get him down here. I take cheap hits here. Oh yeah. I want to be on the other side of that tail because tail sucks. I don't like this, aw man. I don't like that pillar there, so I want to actually fight him like right here. It's best. That's not good. So close, but, you know, he's actually got me down too, so... Gotta be really cautious. Yeah, yep. I only took one hit, because I had no Estus left. And I knew that was going to happen eventually, but, I'm getting ever closer to actually beating this guy. Sorry, I hit my mic. I was trying to avoid that. Alright, so my, retrieval! Yeah, if I actually fight him, like, right where he is, it's actually a pretty good place to fight him. Already have to use my Estus, it's not good. Basically, we just repeat that pattern. even if you do a little damage, probably just eventually whittle him down. So 2 hits after he opens himself up. So 2 hits here. Ah, you can. If you manage to do that twice in a row, you can break his poise pretty easily. Oh, I don't like being on that side of the pillar. I want to be on the other side. Rather, not pillar, but, you know, pillar stump. Come on, turn around, turn around. Stairs are a really good place to find him because you can really cheese. He can't really hit you very well. Essentially just take a lot of free hits from him. Break his poise. Now I jump back. Let's bring him back over here. Nice. You go out of range and then he does his range instead. Really lame. Okay. And I think I just, dodged a little too early there and took some of that hit. Broke his poise. I'm out of stamina. There we go. Eventually got it. Demon Titanite. Huh, you don't really even get too many souls from killing him. 2,000. Yeah, probably not even worth it to fight him then. Until a little later when you can actually fight him quickly, do enough damage. You know what, why not? Let me do a reinforced weapon here. $300 and requires 1 Titanite shard, and I have 2. I can probably upgrade this a little bit before I... Wait, what? Actually, never mind. What weapons does he sell? I'm going to change my weapon, and there's really no point in upgrading current weapon. Might as well, Another thing I might want to do is...
You seem to be doing all right. Need
up.
anything forged?
Alright, purchase item. What does he have? You know what? I totally forget where I can buy the Uchi Katana. Which is probably the weapon I'm gonna stick with. Bastard Sword is probably a much better sword. Physicals and CC. Physical 500. Let's see, what do I have?
I'll be seeing. Be careful out there.
Yeah, another one of the shortcomings in this game is the interface. It's hard to compare at the level of the... It's hard to compare at the level of the merchant items to what you have. You have to buy them first, and then you can compare, I think. Like, yeah, so like the Claymore here is 103. I believe that the Bastard Sword there was 105, so it's actually slightly better. And it's probably even faster too, because it's not not a large, or it's
Well,
a smaller sword.
use him.
Let me see it. Repair. Purchase. Mastered sword. Physical 105, it's better, yeah. I believe it's a little bit faster. It's a smaller sword, I'm not really sure. I need 3,000 souls to buy it. I don't know if it's worth it. I'm not going to stick with it anyway.
I'll be seeing you then. Be careful out there.
So I actually got an Estus there, I think because one of my messages was raided. Which was surprising. I only left a couple messages and it's already been raided. You know what? I'm going to... Still can't level up. Another thing is that to consider my humanity level right now, it's at level 5. That might be why I was able to fight the demon and not, take a few hits, because the humanity level increases your defense the higher it goes. So I might have been able to take a few hits just because of that. So here's another way you can't go yet. You can see the gates are down. But if you go here, you can actually... There's another character you can talk to.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall, or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
Say anything more?
Still closed.
Right. So he's basically, he wants to get inside here, can't do it. And I don't know why he can't just figure out how to do it himself, but he's just waiting for someone to do it for him. But he wants to get inside, and later on when they do open, that's when he'll go inside. Alright, well, I've streamed for a good amount of time here, so I think I'm gonna actually save right here. Call it a day. I did a lot. Did 2 bonfires worth. Killed the boar. Killed the demon. I probably could do, could go on a little bit more. Go inside that building I saw earlier. Maybe that's best left for the other stream. Be a nice opener for a later part in my playthrough. So for now, I'm just gonna rest at this bonfire and call it a day. So if you tuned in, if you watched this part of my playthrough of Dark Souls, thank you very much, and I will see you in a future video, future part. Thank you.